Good morning and welcome to a bright sunny weather out here in Malaysia. And yes, this is a third T20 between Malaysia 11 and Seahawks. It will be a great game to watch as the first two games haven't really gone Malaysia 11's way. But this is another chance and another moment where Malaysia can take a lead in this game and hope the sun stays throughout the game and we have a good game of cricket today. The first two games that we've witnessed has been interrupted by rains, but today looks like a good weather. And now let's go in for the toss and let's see what's happening there.
Tails a call. Hits. Breakfast. All the best. All the best. Thank you. All the best.
Update from the toss. Malaysia 11 wins the toss and they have decided to bat first. This is me in the combox, Dipesh Sule. And with me today will be joining is Dennis Musali from Uganda. Dennis, welcome to the Combox. And a question right away to you. The first two games haven't really gone Malaysia's way, but what should be the approach today and how they can bounce back into this third T20?
Good morning, Dipesh Bhai. The third T20, obviously an opportunity for the Malaysia 11 to sort of pick up a victory after two losses to the Seahawks. No surprises that they've decided to win the toss and they've had an opportunity to bat. The first two times the Seahawks had the opportunity to won the toss and decided to bat. I don't know whether that was influenced by the weather situation, but this time Malaysia 11 winning the toss and electing to bat. If they can post a very good total, I think it will be a good opportunity for them to pick up a very good result today.
Well, Dennis, we've seen a good batting track and some good batting that we've seen from Seahawks. Today, Malaysia gets to bat first, and probably what is the kind of total that it should look in the power play overs and overall, what should be a good total to defend upon in the second innings?
A strong batting lineup there for the Seahawks. Even in the short games, they've been posting some big numbers. So if you're going to bat first, you need to post an imposing total for them not to come after you. So I think at least anywhere over 170 should be good enough for the Malaysia 11 to pick up a victory. Because if you look at in the second T20 game, even if it was just Seahawks only batted for 10 overs and scored 144 runs. So if you sort of double that and you think they could have gotten close to somewhere around 200 runs. So it is important for Malaysia 11 now that they have an opportunity of batting first, of scoring big runs. In the first T20 game, in only 15 overs, the Seahawks scored 172 runs. So that's the potence of their batting lineup, the Seahawks. So Dipesh, I'm thinking for Malaysia 11, anywhere close to 200 will be a par total, and they will need to score big this time when they have an opportunity of batting first.
Well, also, Dennis, you've represented Uganda at a national level and played some international games as well in your career. Especially when you go out with two losses and you look forward to this game, you look forward to bounce back. What is the right kind of approach or the mindset that you need to walk in now that you've won the toss? You get to bat first. What should be the ideal thought process going on in the player's mind and the team management as well?
I think the ideal thought process is always the first is to make sure you forget things very quickly. You have to move on from the two losses and think of this as an opportunity of living in the moment. This is a new day, a new opportunity. If the weather stays very good, we should have a full game. And if you have an opportunity of playing a full game, it's up to you to utilize those opportunities and make sure that you can go out very strong. So for the Malaysia 11, there's nothing to lose for them. The series is already won by the Seahawks, but this is an opportunity for them for some redemption, at least to go out with some pride.
Well, rightly said there. There's always a new day. There is always a new opportunity. There are always, new chances out there. First ball on its way. Here we go. Ooh, right on to the money. The very first ball, Dennis, looks like a good wicket and a good challenge that will be in front of both the teams.
Yeah, should be a good challenge, good surface as well. First ball kept out. Aslam Khan has scored a couple of runs. He has had a couple of starts for Malaysia 11, and I think now they would require him to make sure he's strong at the top of the order to get put to help them put on a good total.
Well, yes, this time taking the top edge, and the ball will go for a boundary. So the first boundary coming up right up in the second ball of the first over.
Yeah, flashing blade there. When you flash very hard. No chance for the fielder at sleep. Would have taken a fantastic catch, but fortune always favors the brave. Aslam getting off the mark with a boundary.
Well, yes, that would boost up quite a bit of confidence because in the first delivery, he played it watchfully, and then that thick top edge just flies off to the deep third boundary. Here we go. Another one. That's a very good comeback by the bowler as well, just keeping closer to the stumps. And Dennis, I think that they're looking for an early breakthrough. It's just that Malaysia needs to sustain, needs to be there, play the power play throughout without any damage.
Yeah, and in a good test as well for the Seahawks. They've been the team that has been posting the total. This time they have to work with the ball just to make sure they don't let Malaysia 11 get away and put on a very big total. So this is going to be a very good contest between the two.
This time he hits it, and he hits it well, right from the meat of the bat, and that's a second boundary of this over.
Yeah, gets very close the ball at this time. Stand and deliver shot there from Aslam. He's dealing in boundaries only. Second boundary for him in this over.
Well, two boundaries, and that's a good start there for Malaysia, and a good toss to win as well, Dennis.
Yeah, very good toss to win, and I think it's been evidence even from the last couple of games that there's not so much on offer for the bowlers.
Another one, beautiful shot there, and nicely played. That will be racing away for one more boundary, and Malaysia here off to a flying start.
Yeah, I'm telling you that Aslam is dealing in boundaries only. The third for him in this particular over. This time Kishore getting very close to him, leans into the ball and trims it through the covers.
So Aslam Khan here with three boundaries already in this over, and there is one more ball still to go. Kishore facing the heat today. It's a bright sunny morning here in Malaysia. And where is this one going? Another one trying to play that one towards the onside, swing and a miss. And that should be the end of the over. A good start for Malaysia. Three boundaries, Dennis.
Yeah, very good start there for Malaysia 11. Just something I noted there, Depeche, the bounce not very true because the keeper is collecting the ball when it is dying on him. So I'm wondering whether the bounce is up and down or is some sort of tennis bounce, but we shall see from the second over as it comes up. 12 for dollars after the first.
Well, absolutely, Dennis, and Ahmed will get the first ball to play because it's been Aslam Khan all over in the first over with three boundaries from his bat, and now Dhruv will come to the attack. And even in the previous match, I mean, to be very honest, Malaysia didn't get that many overs to bat on. But I think today, after winning the toss and deciding to bat first, they'll be looking forward for good runs. And that is the exact start what Aslam wanted for his team. And he's given that start with three boundaries in the morning as well.
Yeah, very strong start here from the Malaysia 11. I think the challenge in those first two T20 games was really they were short games. In a short game, it is anyone's chance Depeche. So it's very, very difficult to sort of size up your opponent when you have a very short game. The first game only had a couple of overs, and the second one again was even a shorter game. The first game had only 30 overs, and the second one had only 15. So it's very difficult. Let's see what Dhruv can do.
Well, yes, Dhruv starts off pretty well here. It will be testing for the bowlers as well, and even for Ahmed as he faces the first ball of his innings.
Yeah, Ahmad and Aslam, sort of similar sort of setup. Both of them just standing there and waiting to hit. So it's a stand and deliver sort of stance for them when they're out in the middle. So if you get any close, they are always going to come after you and try and maximize this power play.
Another one that just nips in close to the batter, and he plays it nicely for a single. And it's a right thing also for Ahmed to do. Give more strike to Aslam Khan because he's got 3 boundaries in the first over. And it's always good, to complement in a partnership where you know that your partner is playing well. So give strike to him as much as you can.
I think any batter would want to be like Ahmed. Your job is simpler. All you need to do is get on the other end and allow the set batter to take responsibility of the run scoring.
That's a slower one now. That just dazzles Aslam Khan. It just surprises Dennis.
Yeah, that's what I told you. The bounce is very difficult to pick up. It's not of that true bounce that goes through and the keeper can collect it. Is collecting the ball over their head or around the chest height. When the keeper is collecting the ball, it's sort of dying on them. So it's difficult to sort of sort out and understand whether should I hit through the line or try and play the ball a bit late. So Aslam very intelligent as well as a batter, so he's just trying to size up the opponent.
This time he connects well, and this one's in the air, but it will pass the man. Will not be enough bat on it to for the ball to go to the boundary, but they'll still get a couple of runs.
Yeah, they pick up a double. Very, very. It would look like there was an opportunity for a catch, but the fielder doesn't get to it, and I think Aslam was worried for a second. Never connected well with the ball. I think he's just still trying to measure out whether he can be able to hit the ball over the infield.
Another one that's a bouncing delivery. This one's in the air again, straight going towards a man there. Yet another single here. One thing, Dennis, that we've seen that Aslam has been very much on the front foot, very much aggressive in his approach.
Yeah, very much. You need to put pressure on these bowlers so that they don't get on top of you. And especially if you want to maximize the power play, already nearly the second over the power play is done. And remember, we've said that 200 should be the target that Malaysia 11 is looking for. So you need to score as many runs as possible of those 200 in this power play. Because later on, when the field is spread, things always become very difficult when it comes to scoring runs.
Oh, that's well bowled, and that should also be the end of the over. So 2 overs gone, and it's 16 for no loss. Well, Dennis, in today's time, especially in the world of T20 cricket, we've seen a lot of games of T20 happening. Not like the earlier ones where we used to see one days, we used to see test matches. Of course, in this tour also, we have one day matches. But especially coming back to T20 cricket, what has changed over the years, and what thought process brings every player to the 22 yards?
Yeah, I don't know whether the T20 game can inspire young bowlers anymore these days because it looks like a game that is dominated by batters. You'll be hit all over the park as a bowler. but you have to just stay in the context. So it's sort of the approach from the batters these days is more positive from the teams. Everyone is looking to score as many runs as possible at the beginning. In the past, the pitch it used to be that you start slowly, consolidate in the middle, then go big at the back end. Now things have changed. The script has completely turned the other way. Go hard at the top, and then later on you can consolidate towards the back end of the game. So the different dynamics of the game is that it's more of a batter's game, and it's very difficult for you to be a bowler in this game.
Brings in spinner early on in this power play. The first 2 overs that we've seen with the Pacers, they've gone in for some runs, but this is a good move by the captain to bring in a spinner early on in the innings. This time plays it again towards the extra covers region and gets a single.
Yeah, and a good matchup as well. Two right-handers on the crease, so it's not a bad idea for you to have a left-arm off spinner, a left-arm spinner against them, because the matchup is very very good against the both of them. Maybe I would want to see them putting in a slip there. There could be an opportunity early on.
This time again right up onto those 3 sticks. He's sticking to the line, and Sanjay has accepted the challenge. First 2 deliveries pretty decent. Not much of a turn here. Little quicker one in the air, and that one's again flying off, and that should be a half a dozen credited for Malaysia.
Yeah, first half a dozen of the game, Aslam again, this time taking on the man at the boundary. Doesn't care whether there was a fielder there. I think that's Ahmed in your frame, because Ahmed is a bigger one and taller one. Took on the field at long on, and he was sure once he came out of the middle of the bat to go all the way.
Again, trying to work that out towards the offside. There is a fielder, and something that I have observed, the Pacers are going in for runs, and even in the previous ball, it was a little quicker one in the air, and the batter just hammered it for a sixer. So the more you are going to pitch slower ones or probably slow down the pace, it's working for the bowlers. Another one straight in the hands of the fielder, and a quick single as well.
Yeah, and good to see that Ahmed and Aslam now at least can complement that boundary hitting with some good running between the wickets. But like you've mentioned, Dipesh, very, very difficult to control the spin against two batters who are coming after the bowling. You have to be dead accurate. Every time you miss your mark, they will take you to the cleaners.
And that will be a thick outside edge once again. The keeper had no chance, and the ball just flies off to her boundary. A good one to end the over, and it's a good start by Malaysia.
Yeah, backed away Aslam there, created room for him to play the shot, ended up getting a thick outside edge, and that rests to the boundary. So these two now dealing in boundaries and looking to motor. And after 3 overs, it's 28 for no loss.
Well, yes, it will be interesting to see, how the captain is going to switch the bowlers. He gets through again because he's bowled a decent over in the first one of his spell. Just 4 runs out of it. 28 runs already, and they're looking for a breakthrough here. Aslam Khan and Ahmed are doing pretty well out there in the center. This time a little short of length, didn't really time it well, but enough bat to get a single for Aslam.
Yeah, Durav has been the tidy one. I think he's hitting the deck very hard, so it's not very, very easy to put him away. And he looks like every time he's coming to bowl, the page he has to sort of control the flow of the runs. He's sort of the backup. He's always coming to bowl at the back, on the back of a very poor over, so he has to make sure that he's in good control.
Oh, that's a fiery pace here. Bit of a misfield as well. Should be able to just get a single here.
Yeah, very, very funny there from the fielder. Was trying to throw something you don't have. Our junior coach would always tell us that make sure you first have the ball in your hands before you think about throwing. So I think the fielder was focused on the two batters out in the middle, not realizing that the ball had dropped out of his hands. But so far so good there from Durav. They need so many of these dot balls, the Seahawks.
Another one that's in the air and a little risky. And that should be another single. It was in the air, Dennis, for some time. It looked like it will be carried well, but good for the
Yeah,
batters, no damage.
I thought he's going to carry to the fielder, but you can see what the Seahawks have done. They've realized that these two are going to come after their bowling, so they've sort of backed off, and everyone is standing on the 30-yard ring, and they have a couple of fielders on the boundary as well. So not a bad plan from the captain.
This time it's in the air. Will that be caught? Keeper coming under it, and that will be the first breakthrough. Oh, Malaysia was playing so well. Aslam Khan there again trying to accelerate the momentum. The ball went up very high, and keeper making no mistake.
Yeah, totally against a run of play. The Seahawks find something. And if you bet anyone who was going to pick a wicket, that could have been Durav. He's looked the one who's been in more control. Again, into the surface here from Durav, if you see it. Ahmed trying to go big, but just ends up giving a skyer. And the man with the safest hands on the pitch for the Seahawks takes the catch and picks up the first wicket for the Seahawks. The Malaysia 11 now 30 for 1. Aslam Khan, who's been very aggressive, has to go back.
Pretty interesting, Dennis, because Dhruv is using the crease very well, the non-striker, and when you see him coming out to bowl, he's bowling a little away from that non-striker stump, and is angling a little cross. So the angle comes a little cross. That makes a good chance for him to bring the ball more closer to the batsman.
Yeah, that's true, Dipesh. And for me, what I like about him that he's not just floating the ball; he's hitting the deck very hard. So the bounce is not very easy for you to pick up, and you can see in that situation there, Aslam thinking that the ball will sit up for him to be able to connect with it to the boundary, but only ended up giving a skyer. So intelligent bowling here from Durav, and it will be interesting to see how the captain is using him, whether he will give him another extra over, just try and hold him back for later when things are going haywire.
Sharwin is the new man in, and Ahmed is still there at the crease. 17 runs of 13 that he's played. A decent run rate of 8.18. Onto the leg side, just flicks that up, and what a lovely piece of timing on that. Will go for a boundary.
Yeah, what a way to get off the mark there from Sharwin. A shot from a batter who looks like they just walked out of the nets, straying on the pads Durav for the first time, and flicked it to the boundary. A beautiful looking shot, the best one of the morning so far.
Well, yes, rightly said, their best one from the morning because he just went with the flow. Not a great delivery there by Dhruv. And he uses the pace of the bowler pretty well on that boundary. Another one flicks it again to the leg side. Should be a single to end the over, and that will be 35 for 1 after the end of 4 overs. Well, Dennis, a good power play till now. 4 overs, 35, a good run rate, and probably 2 more overs to be attacked in this power play from the batters.
Yeah, very, very good good power play for Malaysia 11 after winning the toss and electing to bat first. I think there are no two ways about it in the power play. You either go big or go home because they know if you don't put on a big total, then you could be in trouble against a very strong batting lineup from the Seahawks. So far, a good approach from Malaysia 11.
So bringing in back Sanjay after that first over is giving spinners a chance to bring up something good in this power play over. The very first ball, the ball just again nipping in to the batter. Not much of a turn, Dennis, on this track, but as far as you're bowling in the right areas, you're up there. Another one. This one's in the gap. Very clever cricket here. Just when you know that every time you don't have to go in the air, might as well just find the right gap. A lovely square cut there, and the ball will win the race.
Yeah, very, very good hands from Shawin, waiting on the ball and playing it very late through the infield. The precision there is making sure you can beat those two fielders in the ring, and once you do that, you always get value for your shot.
This one's again a little slow in the air, enough for them to quickly take a single here. The score moves to 40 now. Still 9 more deliveries in this power play.
I think Sherwin has already shown us that he's very good on the pads. So anything on the pads, will always be attacking it.
Another one, and this time it will be a wicket here. What a lovely start there for Sanjay, picking up a wicket in the power play. And another breakthrough for Malaysia here. 2 wickets now.
Yeah, 2 wickets in the power play for the Seahawks. And this time Sanjay nipping Ahmed caught behind. Very good glove work there from the keeper. No, those are not very, very easy catches to take, because you can see there Sanjay, Ahmed was playing the shot. So did very, very tidy work from behind the stumps and the keeper. And the finger went up immediately when there was a shout there from the Seahawks. The Seahawks find their second wicket, and Malaysia 11 are now 40 for 2.
Well, yes, they're getting runs, but they'll have to be careful with the wickets also, because once you start losing wickets, it's never a good sight, especially when Malaysia has started off so well. They've done some decent work in the power play. I think they should just hang in there and just try to play a long innings.
Yeah, that's what you're asking me about, Depeche, about the balance of T20 cricket. Every time you lose a wicket, you slow. No matter how fast you're scoring the runs, but every time you lose a wicket, it means it's slowing you down, and you have to start all over again. So for teams that are bowling, always wickets is the name of the game. You have to keep picking wickets, and as long as you keep picking wickets, you keep pegging the team back. So now these are 2 new batters who have come together. That means that the Malaysia 11 have to start all over again to try and find the momentum to score runs very quickly. So those are some of the dynamics of the modern T20 game. For the teams that are bowling, it's wickets, and then for the teams that are batting, it's runs. So it is ball versus bat ultimately.
Well. Couple of deliveries more here. 40 for 2, and it's going to be an interesting one to see what is more in the store. Another beauty from Sanjay here.
Yeah, and Depeche, I think the captain has persisted with Sanjay because, again, 2 right-handers on the crease. That delivery that got Ahmed, the typical delivery that you want, and you can see now with the new batter, they've also put in a slip. That's something I spoke about. So very, very good cricket from the Seahawks.
Another one, half-hearted appeal there, but he'll just get away with that end of the over, and it's 5 overs gone, 40 for 2. There's one more power play over, and how many runs are going to be contributed more by Mohammad Syed, Sahadat and Sharwin? Till now, it has been a good start, given especially from Ahmed and Aslam. Aslam getting 9 runs with 1 sixer there. Ahmed again 3 boundaries in that 17 runs of 14 deliveries. Both of them give an ideal start, a decent start here for Malaysia. But in that course, they even lost 2 wickets. So Kishore has been brought back to the attack after 12 runs in that first over, and those 3 boundaries that came in. Much better line, and direct hit. Direct hit was absolutely accurate, but just getting away with that.
Yeah, hunting in parks. The Seahawks. I think now they want to seize the opportunity. This is the final over of the power play. You feel that if the Malaysia 11 had lost those 2 wickets in that power play, they could have been able to get a lot more out of this. But now an opportunity for the Seahawks to try and drag themselves back into the game and seize control. So advantage Seahawks for now because of those 2 wickets.
Yes, again, Mohammad Sadat just ensuring that he's taking a proper guard there. Kishore here once again. Oh, that's a thick top edge. Flying effort there by keeper. Missing that out and also missing on a boundary.
Yeah, missed opportunity there. Muhammad will live to die another day, but that could have been a blind of a catch. Reminded me of my good days, Dipesh. Felt like I can fly and be able to take that one, but out of the reach there for the keeper. Problem for him, his weight was on the other foot, so it was difficult for him to come back this other one, try and take the chance. An opportunity there missed by the Seahawks. Would have easily been 41 for 3, but for now, Malaysia 11 will live to die another day. They are 45 for 2.
Great effort there by the keeper. Another one that just played towards the covers region. Will it reach to the boundary? I don't see a player chasing it. Now you can see him. But that's another good boundary, and just utilizing the last over of the power play pretty well here, Dennis.
Yeah, much better shot this time and in very good control. That will hurt the ball at his shoulder. Feels like a missed opportunity, and then the next ball goes to the boundary. That always doesn't make any bowler very happy. It will also hurt the keeper. Keeper was also the captain for the Seahawks, Jagdesh Narayan.
That's way too high. That's a good bouncer, but the bouncer that passes above the head of the batter and will be given wide.
Yeah, some frustrations there from Kishore. Feels like he's been let down a couple of times. He's already leaked 22 runs in 9 balls. No bowler will ever be happy with those figures.
Well, there's just teasing there with the outside edge, and 50 up for Malaysia with that previous wide ball. And it's all the matter, Dennis, now for these two batters to give a nice scorecard for at least more 5 to 8 overs. That will bring in some stability and a good score to come in the second innings to defend.
Yeah, very good score already. The 50 has come up for Malaysia. My target 200, so they still need to find 150 runs more.
You answered it before I asked you what is the score that you predict.
I give you my prediction, Dipesh. Consider based on how well the Seahawks have been batting. So I'm thinking 200 is only a pass score against them.
You just took away that chance. Well played there, Dennis. Because it's something that I keep asking my co-commentators, what is the score that you predict? But you just threw a googly on me today. Nicely played. Full phase of the bat, and again an effort to throw onto the stump single to end this power play, and it has been a decent one with 51 for 2. Malaysia are riding nicely there. in the center. Well, I can again see the ball in the hands of Sanjay, especially he's got a wicket in the previous over. No, it's not Sanjay, but I think it's Karthikeyan who will come in. So Sanjay has been told to just relax a bit. He's got a wicket in the previous over of his spell. But now it's Karthik Manikandan, again a wonderful spinner. Gives good flight to the delivery every time he comes out to bowl. Good slower ones that he has. So he has got a lot of variations. It's just the matter that how well it is going to work out today in the center for Karthik.
Yeah, leg spinner again. Very good bowling change from the captain. When there are two right-handers, you always want to get someone who's going to take the ball away from that outside edge. And more challenges for the batter now that even the field is spread. So you'll have to make sure that you're careful when you're hitting big, but you also need to run very hard between the wickets.
Well, and especially now with the fielding restrictions that goes off, it's a good move for Karthik to come in. Starts off with a good turn there. So good sign for the spinner. Another one shot of the length, and that just gone up in the air, and that will be a wicket. Looks like a trap that was set for Mohammad Sadat, and he falls for that one.
Yeah, I will tell you, Depeche Bhai, that they say for leg spinners, it's always the bad balls that get wickets. Half track from Katish, but Muhammad just ends up hitting it down the throat of the fielder at deep mid wicket. That should have gone to the next district. That should have been hit to the next district, but he doesn't connect with it very well. For a second there, I thought he had gotten enough of it, but hit straight to the fielder who takes the simplest of catches, and Malaysia lose their third wicket. Now 51 for 3, just after the power play.
Then it's not just a good delivery, but a good field arrangement as well. It looked like the fielder is especially waiting for that catch, and a breakthrough comes in right away for Seahawks.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling you, Depeche, that now the challenge for the batters is both ways. That you need to be careful when you're hitting. You need to understand that if I'm going to hit in the air, I have to be sure it's going all the way for 6. Other than that, you just need to make sure you're nudging the ball between the gaps and then running very hard between the wickets. So it has to be controlled aggression. You can't go gung ho right now because their fielders are planted on the boundary to just take you out.
Especially when you've got a good amount of runs, it's not a right way to lose wicket like this. No doubt. I mean, not taking the credit away from Karthik and even the captaincy here, but again, I mean, if you've got a good amount of runs there, just stick with singles, doubles, try to play a longer innings, try to get in runs, and it's a T20 format. So, couple of overs in the end or probably in the death over are always going to give you runs because you've stayed that long on the wicket. Should be a dot ball.
Oh. Yeah, I would rather this plan much better here. Muhammad Amir Azim coming in for Malaysia 11. This is a good matchup for them. Leg spinner and a lefty.
It's always good to see a left-right batting combination here. Again, some runs there for Malaysia. Good running between the wickets. And this is exactly what they need to stick to. They've got decent amount of runs. Just might as well stick to singles, doubles. On a loser delivery, you can go in for boundaries and sixes, but not on every ball that is necessary at this moment. Again, a good flighted delivery. The ball just moving away from the batsman. A full stretch from him to play that one.
Yeah, very intelligent there from Katik. He's trying to stay away from the hitting arc of the left-hander, Muhammad Amir. So he throws the ball on the off stump and he has to reach for it and hit it through the offside. So good skills. You've already rated him very highly, Depeche, and has picked up a wicket in his first over.
is a wonderful talent here. Single to end the over, and that will be 55 for 3. A good over for Seahawks, getting a wicket with Karthik bowling his first over in this spell. 7 overs, 55 for 3. Dennis just wondering what conversation must be going on with these two batters, Amir Azim and Sharbin.
Dipesh, by I think Amir and Shaheen need to listen to our commentary because we are giving all the wise words. Right now, it's important for them to try and consolidate. Just 7 overs gone. Try and make sure, try and think about, don't look at the scoreboard where the runs are, but look at the overs playing the game in sessions. If we get to the 10th over, how many runs we have by then you try and assess the situation and go again. But if you keep going after the bowling and you keep losing the wickets, by the time you look up the scoreboard, you may be all out in 15 overs with in a total that is below par.
Spinner to continue, and this time it's Nirmal Kumar who comes to the center. I just wonder if the batsmen are allowed to have their earpieces to listen to commentary while batting. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Finding the gap there, it was a little risky, but he still went for it and gets the reward as well.
Yeah, some whips on offer for Shaheen. And the second boundary is milking through that region. It's a bit of a chance there, but it was going to be a blind of a catch to get rid of him. Shaheen, very, very good, strong through the offside. So Kumar with some bit of width that allowed him to go for that shot. Need to keep it tight, wicket to wicket.
Oh, now that's surprising. That's surprising for Sharvin, and it's also surprising for us sitting in the com box.
Yeah, very, very surprising. I think Shaheen thought he's going to go for another shot through the offside. That's got big on him, but well played for him as well. Just good control. Got his arms out of the way just to make sure the ball doesn't pop up for a simple catch.
Again, just going with the turn there. Got to be a single here. And it's always good to change and rotate the strike, keep the numbers moving up and above.
Yeah, the modern game again is more dynamics that you're asking me, Depeche. These days, the spinners they don't turn the ball so much. They're always just looking to duck the ball through to the keeper. So you want to see a situation where you're seeing very big turn. It's just always trying to make sure they have that control so that they don't become very, very predictable with their bowling.
Going round the wicket for the left-hander, and that is nicely coming out from the batter. It will be a single, but it's good to see that full phase of the bat opening up and a single as well.
Yeah, the reactions there from the fielders looked like it was sort of a chance because the ball was in the air for some time. Looking good so far, Muhammad Amir.
Another one that just chips into the leg side. And, I always feel that T20 game is about aggression and also about stability. We've seen both of it in Malaysia's innings till now.
Yeah,
62 for 3 after the end of 8.
Yeah, it's true, Dipesh. It's a game of both ends. You need to learn how to, when do I be aggressive? When can I slow down? So you need to be very, very measured in your approach. It's very difficult for you to have sustained hitting throughout the whole game. So you need to be very, very measured in terms of how you approach the game.
Dennis, what is the kind of approach that you've liked? You've liked the aggression, or you've liked the stability, or you've been that one reliable player for your team?
Yeah, Dipesh, I'm going to tell you that. Just after that single, I think for me, I like the more controlled aggression. I'm not a big fan of going big all the time. I think that's sort of the West Indies approach. That the more boundaries I hit, the easier for me to win the game.
This one's in the air, and will that go all the way? Yes, it's half a dozen credited again. What a lovely sixer. And this is where I like when you say, Dennis, controlled aggression. You can see control, you can see aggression, everything on that shot.
Yeah, beautiful cricket shot there from Muhammad Amir. He was a fielder there, but he knew he gets it out of the middle of the bat, he should be able to get everything. And this is going to be a good contest between Karish and Muhammad Amir. Don't know who so far. Muhammad Amir bossing it, but a very very good contest between the two. Because
Again,
Katish, I think, is thinking of staying away.
This time again,
Mm.
what a catch! What a lovely catch that is, a lower catch. And it's not an easy one to get hold of these. What a wonderful effort there. And gets a wicket, fourth wicket down for Malaysia.
Yeah, Muhammad Amir getting greedy in that one, and you can see the moment that he hit the ball and realized that he hadn't connected with very well. He was sure he was in trouble. But the rest, everything about that wicket is the catching in the deep. Very very good catch here from the fielder. Took it low, the ball was dying on him, but you can see there the reaction there from Muhammad Amir. He knew he was in trouble, but take nothing away from that catching. Beautiful, beautiful catch. Very good hands to pick up that fourth wicket. Very greedy there from Amir, and Malaysia lose their fourth wicket, 69 for 4.
Well, if this catch has to be awarded, then this wicket has to be awarded, then please share it between the two, because it wouldn't have been possible without the effort, that excellent effort on the outfield.
Yeah, good agility from the Seahawks. We've seen it already in the field a couple of times. They've been hitting the stumps directly. So very, very good agility in the field. The fielder running in very quickly and taking the catch. The Pesh by, I don't know if you're still that agile on the park, but you should be taking some notes there from the fielder.
Absolutely. Man Bafna there in the outfield. And a lovely catch there. Karthik Manikandan just bounces back after that sixer. And is that ball out of shape already?
I'm thinking there Muhammad Amir got a bit greedy, Depeche. He had just hit a six on the other side of the ground. This time, because he saw the ball in his hitting arc, he also tried to go for another six. But maybe then that's what we were talking about, controlled aggression. After six, if he had picked up a single, that could have easily been 7 runs in that over. Instead of it could have been 8 runs in that over instead of 7 runs at the wicket. So when we speak about controlled aggression, those are some of the things that I was sort of trying to highlight.
Are you also hinting towards having a good match presence?
Exactly. I think that's the most important part. That when you're out there in the middle, you need to have the clarity of mind on how you're going to be able to go about your run scoring. So if you understand that we've been able to take at least 8 runs from that ball, like if you've gotten a six and you're able to get at least 1 or 2 runs from the remaining few balls, that could easily become a 10 run over. But now it is still 7 runs and you've lost a wicket, and the new batter has to get themselves into the game. So that's a sort of balance that's a delicate balance that you need to find when you're out in the middle.
Three more deliveries for Karthik Manikandan. Nicely played, straight to the fielder.
I'll tell you the page that each of the batters they sort of look like they've walked out of the nets when they play their first ball.
Oh, that's beauty. That's again a beauty from Karthik. So even if the first two deliveries have not gone the way Karthik had planned, but he still managed the next three deliveries to be spot on. And the last ball of this over, lovely,
Yeah,
lovely to end the over. Three dot balls, a wicket, a sixer, a single. Almost seen everything in this over. 9 overs gone and it's 69 for 4. Dennis, 69 for 4 and 9 overs. So you still have good 11 overs for Malaysia batters. What should be the road ahead? What should be the thought process ahead? If you can just add up something to that.
Yeah, if you look at it in the context of the whole game, at the end of the power play, they were 51 for 2. But now it looks like advantage Seahawks.
Nirmal Kumar coming back to the attack. 7 runs in his previous over. Starts off with the dot ball here. And not a great turning track, but a hint of turn there. Runs
Yeah,
the
it
first
doesn't
one
look.
very hard.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Kumar is going to turn the ball so much. But Depeche, just to answer you, I think that it's now advantage the Seahawks. They've done well. As long as they got those wickets in the power play, especially from the two set batters, they've just made sure they have the proper control of the game. And Malaysia is the one that's looking for answers to all the questions they're being asked. And for now, the Seahawks are doing a fantastic job.
Dennis, now you being there on the other side, sitting in the com box and commentating, but how much do you miss to be there on this 22 yards?
Depeche Bhai, I'll tell you that I miss being out there in the middle. Recently, I retired from playing in our local league, but I feel like I don't think I don't have the energy anymore to. The motivation is not as high as it used to be in the past.
You're still very much motivating in the com box, though.
Yeah, I'll tell you that any day, anytime, I miss being behind the stumps. I really love my wicket keeping. So once in a while, if I get an opportunity, I'll always be out there in the middle, behind the stumps.
Well. Now here's the ball in the air. The man coming under it, and that will be a sixer. While he was running, he just didn't realize that he will go off that boundary rope.
Yeah, the fielder
Sad
presence
for
of mind there from the presence of mind missing there from the fielder. I think they didn't realize that the boundary rope was around the corner. They took the catch comfortably, but they ran out of the ground with it. Came out of the middle of the bat there from the batter, and then the fielder just never realized that they had run out of the legal ground for it to stand as a catch. At the halfway stage, the Malaysia 11, after winning the toss and electing to bat first, at 76 for 4, and the Seahawks now looking like they should be able to clean up the rest of the batting and restrict the Malaysia 11 to a small total. We'll take a short break and we'll be back after this drinks break.
Welcome back after that drinks break. And just to summarize the 10 overs, a pretty decent start there from Malaysia, utilizing the power play, gets a 50 in that power play. But then again, bowlers have made sure that they keep on taking wickets at the right intervals. 4 wickets are down for Malaysia, but they're looking right now very strong. 76 for 4. I think it's a decent one. And it's now how you built it up and how you finish this first innings. The very first ball by Karthik Manikandan again. 2 wickets for him, 11 runs that he's conceded. But let's forget that at this moment. Important for Malaysia is to just keep on going with the same wavelength and get a good total by the end of 20 overs. Dennis.
Yeah, thank you, Dipesh. I think you summarized it very well. And both the first half of the game, very, very evenly poised. The Malaysia 11 started so well after winning the toss and deciding to bat first. But that been a passage of play where the Seahawks have picked 4 wickets, and that has put them right in control of the game to leave Malaysia 11 in a bit of trouble. Katic been very, very impressive with the ball so far, the pick of the bowlers, but also Durav, once he got the breakthrough for the Seahawks, has made sure that the Seahawks remain in control. My target was 200, but it's a long way from there right now, especially if you've lost 4 wickets.
You can still correct your score predictor.
I'm thinking about it, Depeche. I don't know what number I want to give, but let's go for 150 for now. Maybe that could be something that the Malaysia 11 can be able to bowl at.
Well, just when I start the score predictor thing, Yusuf thinks that I bowl well on that.
Looked like there was something on there.
Just don't know what happened, but I must say that Jagdishan has been doing pretty well behind the stumps. And I think you as a keeper now, it's an interesting one that I would like to ask you that you as a keeper, over the years, that trend has changed. Earlier, it was all about receiving. Now it's all about giving.
Yeah, exactly. And these days, there's so much value in having a very good wicketkeeper, because you realize in this particular game there are so many spinners that the Seahawks are using, and the spinners also have a lot of variety in them. So you need to have a very, very tidy keeper. And the captain has already taken a good catch behind the stumps, standing up. Apart from the one that he dropped standing back off Shahadat, he's been very, very, very tidy. So once you have a very good keeper behind the stumps, it gives you a lot of confidence, especially as a bowler, to try different options, but also just to feel like if I can do some, I can get away with something because I have someone behind the stumps who's very, very good. So tidy stuff here from the Seahawks.
And that is wonderful. Absolutely brilliant. Very agile on that one. And takes a wonderful catch. Nirmal Kumar, wicket on the first delivery that he bowls in his third over of the spell.
Yeah, totally against a run of play there. The Malaysia 11 again conniving to lose a wicket. Shaheen, the set batter, he'll have to depart for 22. But take nothing away there from the catching from Nirmal Kumar, taking a very good catch off his own bowling. A miscue, a hit straight back to him. He had some work to do. I think the rest of it is some bit of theatrics to make the catch look good because already on TV. But for Malaysia 11 now, half of the team is back in the hat, and they're 81 for 5.
It's not an easy catch though, Dennis, because you're on your follow through. You're not in that right position. But then again, you just have that fraction of moment or fraction of seconds to react on that. And I would say it's a wonderful catch.
Yeah, wonderful catch. I agree. As well, even in the landing, you have to make sure that you don't land on the ball to make it to not make it a catch. So very good stuff here from Nirmal Kumar. Now and lose the wicket. That's a dot ball, and then it means you have to start all over again. So by the time that the Malaysia 11 look like they are going to get a match on, they lose the wicket, and then they have to start all over again. So some work to do, but the captain Vijay, walks out in the middle for the Malaysia 11.
Well, yes, and a lot more to go still in this innings. Vijay walks in with Amir Khan there, and still, after this also you still have good 8 overs, and that's quite a bit of overs when you're talking in a T20 game.
Yeah, there's so much. That's the point about T20, and you're asking about. The other myth that is people who are batting, they always think that they don't have so much time or they're running out of resources. But then you realize that there's so much time for you to have in the game. So again, that delicate balance and clarity is important to help you understand where you are in the game.
Another one straight to the fielder is getting some bounce as well, and it's surprising to see when spinners get such a good bounce, because you look at the height of Amir Khan, and he had to almost come on the back foot and play that one.
There's not so much in the ball in there from American. He's just trying to duck the ball through, get as many dot balls as possible. So those bowlers are always very deceptive and not the easy kind to put away.
Another good one. So three dot balls back to back. Amir Khan taking his time. He just realizes that they've lost 5 wickets, and it's always good to stand there, and you'll still get runs. As I said, in T20 cricket, 1 or 2 odd overs are enough for you to get that numbers in place.
Yeah, Depeche, you just said
12
it right,
overs.
and now it's advantage. It's now advantage the Seahawks. They can be able to manage the control of this game and take it all the way to the end. So it's now 12 overs gone, 83 for 5 for Malaysia 11.
Karthik Manikandan steps in to bowl the last over of his spell, and it will be interesting to see. Dennis, something that I've again, would like to mention here, that spinners have done some good job, and after the power play, it's all been spinners out there.
Yeah, the spinners have been really the ones responsible for controlling the run, the flow of runs. The two medium pacers who started off went for plenty of runs, but once they brought the spinners in the attack, Sanjay immediately created some inroads. So it's been very good control from the spinners.
Well, yes, contribution has come very good from spinners, but even Malaysia from here on can have a chance to get to 150, 160 if they get some good overs to bounce back and get the numbers right. Chance there.
Yeah, very much so. And you gave Katic a lot of flowers when he was starting his spell. But and I must commend you that you spoke about him highly, and he hasn't let you down. He's gone for only 18 runs, picked up 2 wickets in his 3.3 overs.
Onto the back foot, and this one's into the gap, and yes, the ball wins the race and gets a boundary here.
Yeah, welcome boundary for the Malaysia 11. It's been some time coming. The last time they scored a boundary, but finally they get something out of the middle of the bat and into the gap. They need a lot of those boundaries for them to get going. The pitch, that's the first
89
boundary
for
since
5.
the 10th over. The first boundary for Malaysia 11 since the 10th over. So it's been a bit of a dry spell in terms of boundaries for them.
Oh, that's nicely flighted delivery. Straight to the fielder there. Very good delivery. And this is what I've really like to appreciate about Karthik. Even if he's gone for some runs or probably a boundary or a sixer, he exactly knows how to make a good comeback. Last ball of this over, 89 for 5. Oh, that one's big. That one's huge, and that will be more. Half a dozen credited. So a good over for Malaysia, and it's going to be 95 for 5 after the end of 13 overs.
Yeah, I think Katic knew it the moment the ball came off the bat that it was going to go all the way. Big over here for Malaysia 11, and they needed something like that. They move on quickly and getting close to the 100-run mark. 95 for 5 after 13 overs. The pitch by, I'll tell you, the score predictor is now saying 146 is where Malaysia 11 will finish if they continue going like this. Do you want to agree, or do you think they will get a lot more than this?
I think I would, agree with you because it's all that matter of getting that 100 first. And I think the way they started, the way they played their power play, they've got 50 plus in the power play. But then again, if you see the overs after the power play has been dominated by spinners, not completely dominated, but you can give it 70-30 ratio. And I agree with somewhere around 145, 150 with you.
Gain another wicket there for Malaysia 11 as they're trying to get the move on. They lose a wicket. This time the captain VJ, simplest of handshakes for the field at point. Nothing delivery really from Kumar, but doesn't have good control and then goes straight to the fielder.
Oh, that's a huge wicket. That's a huge wicket. The captain was looking so good in the center. Not too many deliveries that he got to play, but the body language was good. The intent was good, and again Nirmal Kumar striking the chords here. Second wicket for him, and Malaysia now 6 down for 95.
Yeah, the pitch by, I think that has been the problem for Malaysia 11. That every time they look like they're going to get ahead of the game, they lose a wicket. So they sort of just keep losing the resources at the wrong time. And now the Seahawks at least can see the finishing line in the bend. They need just 4 good balls for them to get rid of all the batting of the Malaysia 11.
Well, I think we'll have to wait and watch now. What is the plan with the Seahawks? Malaysia has done so well. The first 2 games have not really gone their way, but they were looking so good and so solid in the start and even in the middle overs. And I think even a good toss for them to win, electing to bat first was the right decision to make. But I agree with you that wickets that have fallen in regular intervals have created those speed breakers in that long highway that they are traveling at this moment.
Muhammad Azra is the new batter for Malaysia 11.
Oh, that's a big appeal. That's a big appeal. They think that there is some wood on it because the moment it went in the hands of the wicket keeper, it was a long, loud appeal.
Yeah, they all went up. I think there was something on that, but only one man makes a decision that they should be a wicket, and the umpire disagrees.
I always agree. It is the best hot seat in the entire stadium as an umpire because you are the only one closest to that 22 yards other than the players. Lots of responsibilities also come in way when you're standing in as an umpire. 14 overs gone and it's 95 for 6. Good over for Nirmal picking up that wicket, a wicket maiden in fact, and it's 95 for 6 after the end of 14.
Yeah, Neymar Okuma, a very good spell from him. Just gave away 16 runs and picked up 2 wickets. I think between him and Katic is really where the Seahawks had the control of the game. They were decent. They picked up wickets, but also controlled the flow of the runs. So good stuff there from the 2 slow bowlers. Malaysia 11 yet to see their 100-run mark. They're 95 for 6 after 14.
Dennis, here's one more for you after this delivery. Probably it's good to have conversations. Before we have that conversation, this is the second time in the closest of the minutes where we've seen the bowler, the keeper, Sanjay and Jagdishan both have been excited for that appeal, and it has been put down.
Yeah, you can see Sanjay was even walking out to celebrate until he realized that the umpire is not giving the decision.
Oh, that's racing away for a boundary and a wide ball with a boundary. That's some extra runs here and some smiles for the batter. Very wide on that leg stump and gets a boundary as well.
Yeah, some frustration there from Sanjay. Spears that down the leg side and completely missed by the keeper, who's been doing a fantastic job. But I think it's just a frustration of not getting the other wicket. Need to be calm heads are required right now for the Seahawks.
Now, this ball will be a perfect one to throw a question at you. How difficult it is when you are standing closer to the stumps, you being a wicket keeper yourself in your career, how difficult, how easy it is, and how much it keeps you on the toes.
Now it's very very difficult these days. I'll tell you, Dipesh, because the bowlers they don't bowl only one thing. They have a variety of so many balls that they want to bowl. So as a keeper, when you're standing up, you're just not sure what is coming, unless you have a very good communication with your bowler, and they'll always let you know that I'm going to change things up. You'll have some sort of advantage.
Oh, it's finally three digits on the Malaysia scorecard, and from here on, I think you still have more 5 overs after these two deliveries to end that 15th over. And I think in T20 cricket, Dennis, 5 overs in the death are enough for you to get as many as runs.
Yeah, we had predicted at least 150. So 5 overs from here on, if you score at 10, if you go at 10 runs every over, we could be able to get to that 150 mark. But the difference is that Amira and Muhammad just they are looking like they're batting a bit scared. They're not taking as many chances as the rest of the guys who came before them. So then there you also you lose the advantage at the back end of you trying to be very very aggressive.
Oh, that one's in the air and a good chance there. Good effort from Sanjay.
Yeah, one of the things we've seen the Seahawks do very well. Seahawks do very well is to be very agile in the field. We saw a good hot and ball catch here from Kumar. This time Sanjay unable to hold on to it. 15 overs gone, 5 more to come after this. 101 for 6, Malaysia 11.
Well, I'm sure the discussion between the two batters at this moment, Amir Khan and Mohammad Azri Azhar, would be now let's just take on these 5 overs that are remaining. The pacer is back, Dhruv, who's got a wicket as well in his 2 overs of his spell. So Jagdishan getting his pacers back now. A lot of action that will be expected in this last 5 overs.
Yeah, we spoke about it that Dhruv and Sanjay will surely come back at the back end because they're the two who made sure that they have good control in the beginning.
Now, what is this way to get out? Smiles everywhere, smiles everywhere. But he tried to duck it, and then the ball just decides to hit the wood, and an easy catch for Jagdishan. What a memorable moment in this match, Dennis.
You could see the reaction there of the keeper. The simplest of catches because he's tried to get rid of both batters while standing up with the difficult chances. And this one, just unaware of the bounce, tries to get out of the line, and then the ball just comes out of the back of the bat. You can see the keeper there in stitches. But the Malaysia 11 lose their 7th wicket, 101 for 7. The most unusual ways of getting out the pitch, I'll tell you.
To be very honest, if anyone asked me that I'm, or probably tells me that I'm having a tough day today, I will show them this wicket. It can't get tougher than this for a batter.
You've gotten a name out of this T20I between the Malaysia 11 and the Seahawks. But that has been the mark of Drove. He's been very, very difficult to read off the surface. So I think the batter thought that that ball was going to take off their head. But unfortunately, they kept the bat up in the air. And the ball just coming off the back of the bat and then just pops up kindly for the keeper.
Trust me, you can't have a moment better than this today. You just want to get away from that delivery and you still get stuck somehow. Good one, good pace.
Very, very good pace here from Drove. Drove has been the bowler who has had the best control for the Seahawks. He got the first wicket, and once he was able to pick up that wicket, the Seahawks have kept making inroads into the battle for the Malaysia 11. So the man who started all of it looks like he has a responsibility of finishing off the job.
This time now onto the leg side, but my mind is still stuck onto that wicket of Amir Khan. I mean, what a way to get away, get out, in that fashion. And Jagdishan with all smiles. In fact, everybody was smiling, and how unfortunate that was, Dennis.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate because you remember in the two previous overs, they've had some strong shouts of caught behind, especially when the skipper is standing up. Now, those are the difficult chances, and this one was the kindest of them all to get rid of the batter.
Very good delivery and very good change of pace. A bounce as well to that one, and just takes off the pace completely. So this is some clever bowling, Dennis, from Dhruv.
Yeah, very, very clever bowling, and I've kept talking about it throughout the whole game that Drove has been difficult to read off the surface. So he's been very, very difficult to put away. None of the batters has been able to get under his bowling, and that's the mark of a champion bowler.
This one's now flying, flying, but not for a long distance because another good catch comes in and a wicket goes down.
Yeah, the Seahawks will not let the Malaysia 11 tail wag. Again, Drove with his second wicket in this particular over. Thick outside edge, but flies kindly to the field at Fly Gully, who takes a very good catch. The Seahawks have been fantastic in the field, and they pick up another wicket because of some very good fielding. Again, into the surface air from Drove. The batter swings at it, swings very widely, but doesn't connect with it very strongly. And a good catch there from the fielder. Malaysia 11 now in all sorts of trouble. They're 102 for 8 after 15.5 overs.
Still one delivery to go. 3 wickets for Dhruv as well. Some good bowling numbers that they've had, and especially I think Karthik Nirmal picking up two wickets in their 4 over spell. It's Dhruv who picks up the third one in his spell. One for Sanjay, of course. So spinners have done a decent job after the power play, or probably in the power play, spinners were introduced. But now even pacers are coming back to just wipe off the tail end. Last ball of this over. Onto the leg side, and that should be a single to end the over. But what a catch by Vishal there on the bowling of Dhruv in the previous one. 103 for 8 after the end of 16 overs. Well, Dennis, how much do you think that our score predictors would be now? That's real to what we were talking about 145 to 150. Still four more overs to go, but it's some good batting that has to come in.
Yeah, very true. Still 4 more overs to go, but now with the most of the resources already exhausted by the Malaysia 11, even 150 is looking like a stretch. You don't want to give a lot of that responsibility to the back end. We have at least 24 balls left. If you say if you get at least one run off each and every ball, you're still finishing about 130. So much work to do for the Malaysia 11 and the tail, and they're going to come up against some strong bowlers which show back into the attack.
A slower one, but a full toss ball as well that is just played towards the long on region, gets a single. But yes, I mean, when you are doing that work, even when you are taking those singles on every ball, the only thing to be remembered is not lose a wicket. Mind, it's 8 wickets that have already gone. Still more 2 wickets, so nothing at the cost of losing wickets that you'll have to play and end the 20 overs.
Yeah, Dipesh, I'm surprised that the captain Jagdesh has decided to bring Kishore back. Kishore has been expensive today. I thought in this moment you have to go to Sanjay and Dhruv to finish their overs before you even think about Kishore as an option.
That's going to be a white ball. Again, these extras at this point in time are not a good sign. I mean, all good for Malaysia. They'll accept these extras right now. They just need runs. It doesn't matter how these runs are going to come, whether it's going to come from extras or boundaries or sixes. Important that they just add more fuel to the fire.
Yeah, that's wide, making it 11 extras so far from the Seahawks.
Full toss ball, and that one's gone. A big one, a boundary coming in. Four more runs credited, and these are some important runs that Malaysia 11 is grabbing it.
Yeah, that's a gift there from Kishore, a full toss and put away very easily by the batter. That's why I'm telling you, the patient. I'm surprised that they decided to bowl Kishore now today because Kishore has been very expensive. Could have gone with Sanjay and then Dhruv comes back to bowl over number 19. And in case the ball goes to the 20th over, then that's when Kishore can be able to bowl. But when you bowl him right now, then you sort of lose the advantage of cleaning up the team as quickly as possible.
Another one that's a swing and a miss. A half-hearted appeal there from Jagdish in behind the stumps. And yes, I mean, I agree with you, Dennis, because now you just need runs. And it's very important for the bowlers. I think, again, the switch to Kishore could have been a switch to Sanjay, but that didn't happen. And already 6 runs have come in this over. Still, there are 3 more deliveries to be bowled.
Pesh, you can see in that moment the umpire was ready to call for a no ball, and then Kishore withdrew from bowling. I think he had a mistake. He has a problem there with his run up. But like you've mentioned and clearly that you see when we talk about clarity, it's not just for the bowlers, but even for the captain, the guys out in the middle. You have to stay in the game. You have to be very calculative.
That's a good delivery. That's a very good delivery. Just angling it towards the off stump, changing the pace, and a dot ball as well. So 2 dot balls, but 2 more deliveries still to go in this over.
Yeah, Malaysia 11 now fighting for their lives. They're just trying to make sure they can put on a total that they can be able to fight with in the second innings of the game. But I think it's advantage Seahawks for now.
And a bit of a shuffle there. A direct hit was required. Probably an overthrow is also coming in, and that single is converted into 2. So some clever batting and some good match presence there by Adi Shol and Hamza.
Yeah, a bit sloppy from the field in the Seahawks, who've been very good in the field the entire game. But this time a bit sloppy there to give away the second run.
Probably I must describe the single from Adish in your style, Dennis.
112 for 8 after 17 overs. There's 3 more overs left to finish the first innings of this third T20I between the Malaysia 11 and the Seahawks. Malaysia 11 have already lost 8 wickets.
Well, yes, 8 wickets down, 112, 17 overs, and there are still 3 more overs to go. Hamza and Arish. Sanjay has been brought back. Probably the captain heard your commentary, Dennis. That's a good one.
Yep.
Plays it on the leg side, gets a single. So this is looking good at this moment, even if they have not got boundaries that well, other than the one that came in the previous over. They're at least rotating the strike. They're at least adding up runs to the scoreboard, and that's very important as a strategy at this moment for Malaysia.
Yeah, very important for them. The tail is looking like it's trying to score as many as possible, and the runs that are always scored by the tail are very dangerous.
Oh God, look at that spin, Dennis. Look at that spin. It just didn't surprise the batter, but it did surprise Sanjay as well.
Yeah, that's why I told you that Sanjay should have been the person bowling the over number 17.
Two dot deliveries back to back, and Sanjay is bowling the last over of his spell, and a very good one to bring in the 18th over. Turns and plays it with the spin. Should be a single.
Yeah, Sanjay has really been impressive, especially against the right-handers. Hasn't had a lot of luck with the lefties, but he's been very good against the right-handers. That one wicket he picked was a very good ball, a tidy catch by the keeper behind the stumps.
Wow, swing and a miss. Didn't read it at all, and I think that's going to be number 9 walking out. Adishley is going back to the dugout. Good work there by
Yeah,
Jagdishan.
yeah. Look at that stump there from the dish and the captain. Beautiful. The ball turned big, went away so far from him, but he had the presence of mind to make sure that he collects the ball with the hand that is going to wipe off the bails, and that is wicket number 9 for the Seahawks. Malaysia 11, 114 for 9. Very good stuff there from Jagdishan. Look at that on the replay. The ball turned so big and completely missed by the batter. But he had the presence of mind just to make sure that you collect the ball with the ball that is going to wipe with the hand that is going to wipe off the bails to give Sanjay his second wicket. At the pitch now, you can see why I wanted Sanjay to bowl, because I think he has the skills to sort of beat the tail enders and get the Seahawks some wickets.
Can't agree with you more, Dennis. Perfectly bang on there. And this is what the difference that he has made. 2 runs have been given till now and a wicket. And look at that turn. Probably it's a good sign for Malaysian spinners also. To see that turn on the wicket. So probably right now, Vijay Unni must be thinking that how can he utilize the spinners, but that is still there in the second innings. But you still have 13 more deliveries, and I really feel even if it is a last wicket, uh, you know playing all 20 overs is very important for Malaysia. So probably they can add up more 10, 15 runs or maybe more than that. But just to talk on the situations right now, I think 10, 15 odd runs is not a far game at this moment in this last 13 deliveries.
Yeah, you can see the setup for the new batter. That's clearly it shows you that there's big turn on the wicket. Let's see if Sanjay can be able to utilize those two slips.
End of the 18th over, and it's 114 for 9. Kishore has been brought back to the attack. How good, how bad, I don't know right now. But he's gone in for some runs in the previous overs, and probably now it's time for him to bowl that last over of his spell with less runs coming in on the board.
Job as well. So if you're in the side as a bowler, you'll have to bowl your full quarter of 4 overs. There's no hiding, irrespective of whether you've gone for so many runs or not. You'll have to bowl your full quarter. So it's good to stick a plan to a team plan that you have. And you can see the captain is not making sure that Kishore is running away from his responsibility of bowling his full quarter.
This time, and I think probably the captain has got him back to bowl some Yorkers there, and you can see some getting bowled as well, and probably pick up that last wicket as soon as they can.
Yeah, he's been the most expensive of the options so far today. Katic picked up 2 wickets, went for 28. But for Katic, the 28, if you take away the 11 runs he conceded in his final over, he had been very, very tidy. So clearly it's going to be Durav bowling that final over because he's picked up 3 wickets and given away 13 runs in the 3 overs is bowled. So the bowlers, each of them is going to be able to bowl at least a quarter of 4 if you get into the final over.
That one's goes to the short third and a single again. A good effort there from Jagdishan, and probably I think Dennis, the captain Jagdishan, got him back, Kishore, to just probably make up with a wicket. Even if it is the last wicket, just make up for whatever you've given, and probably if you've been on the expensive side also, you still get a chance to get a wicket here, and that's a good pat on the back by the captain to motivate his bowlers and keep that confidence in him.
I totally agree with you. Let's make sure that you're backing up your bowlers all the time as a captain.
That's another good delivery again, going in for Yorkers to the left-hander Hamza. RF again, couple of deliveries that he's played. All that is important for these two batters now is to not lose that last wicket and just play those 20 overs. There is one more over still, and I'm just wondering who will be that bowler to bowl that last over. But meanwhile, it's Kishore, who's just given 2 runs till now in this over, and probably one of the over that you end up good is a good feeling to take back in the dugout. Another single here.
Yeah, the pitch by, I'll tell you, that has been the problem for the Malaysia 11. At over number 15, they were 101 for 6. And unfortunately, now when we're close into the final over, they're 116 for 9. So in between there, they've lost a couple of wickets but haven't scored so many runs. So you sort of get to the back end without having the resources you need that can allow you to go big, and you're sort of just surviving all the way up to the finishing line.
Should be a single to end the over, and 19 overs have been bowled, and it's 118 for 9. Dennis, probably now the last over is there, and I would like to go with 125 without a wicket getting lost in that last over.
Yeah, they perished by a very coward. Our sport predictor closed long ago. You cannot make that decision in the final over when you can clearly, when you have bigger context. I know I was way off the mark with my 200, even 150 has not been possible. But I think it's all down to the good work that has been done by the Seahawks, especially in the field with their catching and also with the bowling.
This time he plays it straight down the ground, and that should be a single on the first ball. 5 more deliveries to go. Every ball is important here for Malaysia 11 to put up some good run, some good total. 119 for 9, and they will be looking to play all these 5 deliveries, especially when a right hand left hand combination is there. Hamza and Arif, both of them would be looking to get as many as runs in that last 5 deliveries. Here comes Dhruv. Last over of his spell as well. Slower one, pulled away nicely. Is that into the gap? Just a single, I suppose.
Yeah, clearly just a one run. Dhruv, the most impressive of all the bowlers for the Seahawks, started the picking up of the wickets, and it's continued. Picked up 3, giving away just 15 runs so far, and it's been amazing with the ball for the Seahawks.
Here we go once again. 120 for 9. Here comes Dhruv onto the leg side. Everyone looking at the umpire, what his decision will be, but there is nothing coming from him. So that's going to be a dot ball for Dhruv. 3 wickets for him. Will he get one more to end his spell with 4 on the cards? Let's see. It's all happening out there in the center. Last 3 deliveries of the first innings. Straight down the ground once again. Another single.
Yeah, very, very good stuff here from Dhruv and Kishore. The both of them have bowled some very, very good Yorkers, everything in the block hole, and very, very difficult to put away by Hamza or Arif. So good skills at the back end from these 2 bowlers.
Last 2 deliveries. 121. How more to get? Slow full toss. A direct hit was required, but an overthrow as well. No one to back it up, and couple of runs added to the total. So 123. Last ball of this over and this innings as well will come here.
Good run in between the wickets here from Hamza and Arif. Now they realize that there's nothing to lose. They have to run for everything. Steal as many runs off as possible off the table, so that you have something to work with in the second innings. And I'm thinking the both of them are even bowling options, so they know that the more runs, the better for them.
Well, lovely delivery to end the over, and that is it. 123 for 9, and it will be a target of 124 runs for the Seahawks. Pretty well done from Malaysia to end it to 123, and it is a good one from the Seahawks as well. Kept on picking up wickets at the right intervals, and this will be the time for a short innings break, and we will be back with Seahawks coming out to bat and chasing 124 runs from 20 overs. Myself, Dipesh Sule, and Dennis Musali will take a quick break and be back to take you through the second innings. Welcome back to the second innings, and there it is. First innings, we saw what happened. 124 to get for Seahawks. Some good batting that we've seen from Seahawks in the past, and this will be yet another moment where Malaysia would like to try and pick up early wickets here to put Seahawks onto the back foot. But it is all that the time will tell us. Me again, Dipesh Sule in the commentary box with me, Dennis Musale from Uganda. Dennis, what are your thoughts on the second innings and what approach both the teams should take? Well, at this moment, when you're talking about 124 runs to get in a T20 format, and especially the way Seahawks have batted, they will be again looking
Welcome
to.
back to the second innings of this particular game, the third T20I between the Malaysia 11 and the Seahawks. The Malaysia 11 winning the toss and electing to bat first.
Well, yes, Dennis, welcome to the commentary box once again. And I was just telling that the way Seahawks have batted throughout in this T20 games looks like yet another start that they would like to have. But again, Dennis, what are your thoughts? What is the approach that both these teams should take now? Well. The first one starts off with a no ball, and look at that. Runs right away on the very first ball. Of course, the bowler is not happy bowling that no ball and the ball going into the boundary. So the very first ball, it's not even the start now because it's a no ball, but it's already a start for Seahawks with 5 runs out of no deliveries here. Amit Satwik and Jagdishan, the favorite opening pair for Seahawks, comes back to get hold of things in the start.
Yeah, the
Well,
not a good
Dennis,
start here for.
that is a good delivery. After that first no ball, he comes back. Dennis, quick thoughts from you on the approach that both these teams should take.
Yeah, I think for when you're chasing down small totals, Depeche, you need to make sure you're very, very quickly out of the blocks. We saw that Malaysia tried that approach in the first innings, trying to go big in the power play. Lost a couple of wickets, two of them, but at least they had made some inroads. Got 40, had 50 for two inside that power play. So I think the script should be the same for the Seahawks: get out of the blocks as quickly as possible, and then knock off as many runs as possible off the small total.
This one's again Amit Satwik at his best. Plays it back of the length, and what a lovely shot that is. Boundary to begin from the bat.
Yeah, looking very, very interested there. Amit Satwik, who's been the go-to person for runs for the Seahawks. You can see his setup. He looks like he's in a rush, Depeche. I don't know if he has another assignment after this one, but clearly he wants to get this done as quickly as possible so that there are no surprises for them and for the Seahawks to be able to finish a clean sweep in the T20 series.
Well, it's no surprise because this is the style in which Amit has always played, and he continues that. Important for Malaysia is to get a breakthrough, but there he goes once again. Clears off that mid-off fielder, and one more boundary. Two consecutive boundaries from the bat and from Amit Satwik.
Yeah, stand and deliver stuff there from Amit Satwik. Just clearing that front foot and hitting through the line. Now pressure on the bowler Arif. He has to do something to just keep him quiet or even get rid of him. But Satwik is looking very, very interested already.
Well, yes, in fact, the first delivery started with that no ball and a boundary. But now then, two good hits from Amit. This time onto the leg side and a no ball gets another boundary. Expensive start here from the bowler onto the legs and just whacks it away onto the leg side.
Yeah, and Arif is not helping the captain because he's bowling both sides of the wickets, and Satwik is just having the time of his life out in the middle. Another nice shot, a quick one, whip off the hip, and to get it to the boundary. The problem that, like you mentioned, Dipesh, this is a boundary and a no ball, so he has to repeat that particular delivery, which is also going to be a free hit. So more enjoyments are there for Satwik out in the middle.
In fact, Dennis, two no balls started off with one, and now again, so two more extra deliveries have been added. But then again, getting boundaries on those two no deliveries, that is quite expensive. Better, much better, keeping away from the arc of the batsman's backswing. That is a good way to go about it.
Yeah, yeah, Arif has some good wheels on him, but I think it's the control for him that is missing, and that's why he's been all over the place. He's able to get that control very well, and those are the challenges we were mentioning about the page. That if you don't have a big total to work with, now the already even after before we finish the first over, the required runs are starting to dip under.
This time again goes up high, and that should be half a dozen. Wonderful shot there once again from the meat of the bat that it comes. Goes up very high in the air. The player was standing at the long off, but a wonderful effort that goes into vain.
I'll tell you, Dipesh, that actually these are not bad balls that Satwik is hitting over the boundary. These are very good balls, but it's hitting those balls off the length and straight over the bowler's head to the boundary. There was a fielder underneath that one. For momentarily, he thought he was going to be in the business of taking the catch, but it had enough to go over the boundary. So I think for now, it's the Satwik show. Let us sit and watch and enjoy. It's 24 for no loss.
Well, last ball of this over, 24 runs already. And this time just flashes this one towards the squarer of the wicket, and that will be yet another sixer. Initially thought that it will be a boundary, but the connection was so good and the pace of the bowler just made this happen. What a shot and what an over.
Yeah, my goodness, what some hitting there from Satwik. And like I've mentioned, it is the Satwik show. We have to sit and enjoy it. That one wasn't in very good control, but even with one arm, it flew all the way to. And I think that's a pacer of Arif as well that took it to the all the way to the boundary. The required runs already under 100. We need 94 from 19 overs for the Seahawks to be able to claim the third T20 the third T20 game.
Well, he's always known for his aggressive nature of batting, and he shows that class again. What a start there from Amit Satwik. 30 runs already in the first over.
That's what I've told you, that your approach when you're chasing down a small total has to be very positive. You have to get going as quickly as possible. If you go at it tentatively, then sometimes you can get in trouble, especially when you lose wickets.
And this is a good move by Vijay. The captain, of course, bringing in the spinner early on. And a full toss ball. You cannot be bowling full tosses at this point in time. Umpire is just confirming, and it's been given a boundary.
These are two powerful set batters, and what a gift there from Hamza. Comfortably taken there by the captain and hit to the boundary.
Well, it's all over. It's all over with boundaries and sixes coming in at ease. And you're just talking about 7 deliveries that have been bowled. with 2 no balls in the first over, and that has just given that right momentum, that right start that Seahawks were looking for. Straight to the fielder, good effort, good fielding. Jagdishan and Amit, and both these batters, they're powerful hitters of the leather ball, and they've showed their class.
Yeah, and they have a presence around the crease as well that is a bit intimidating for the bowlers.
That is a good comeback from Hamza. The first ball that might have slipped from his hands, but then taking good control. Another one straight down the ground, hit it very hard, but there is a fielder. Should be a single only. That will bring Amit Satwik. Now it will be interesting to watch this contest between Hamza and Amit.
Yeah, very, very interesting context coming up. Satish is the man who's been in form, 24 of 8 balls already for him.
Played it on the up, didn't try to hit it too hard. Just playing to the merits of the ball. Should be a single.
Maybe I'll ask you, Dipesh, that this Hamza looks like he's the one who has had the control. Do they persist with the other spinner on the other end, or they bring back Arif try the second over?
Another one, that's a good one, and that's gone for a boundary. Ends the over with a boundary. So 2 good overs for Seahawks.
Yeah, there's too much power in these shots. That was power in the shot that beat the fielder who was even at the boundary. In a hurry here, the Seahawks are to get this over and done with because they are 40 for no loss after 2 overs.
Well, I can only imagine the speed because even in the second T20, they got 100 in the power play overs, the 6 overs. So they're always known to give a good start, especially with these two standing in the middle. And Vijay Unnikrishnan coming to the crease, the captain here, taking that responsibility of bringing that breakthrough and brings himself to the bowling crease here.
Yeah, Depeche Bhai, I don't think they will be hiding for anyone. So it's good that the captain is showing leadership and leading from the front. He brings himself into the attack immediately. Someone has to get control of the run scoring. And if you can get a wicket, that can sort of slow down the Seahawks.
Well, he has the first ball from Vijay. Nicely bowled, much in control of the line. And it's very important to hit the right areas on the track on the 22 yards. And that is where he gives a good one. Oh, shot of the length, and that just hammered away for another half a dozen sixer.
Yeah, sixer dealing in boundaries. Satish, short of a length there from the captain BJ, and that one is taken to the boundary.
Well. How many of those are going to come in the power play overs? They've already shown their intent with some fast scoring. Amit and Jagdishan. Another one. This one's again in the air and enough distance for it to go for one more big hit. That is some start given by Amit. Always on the aggressive side, and he just doesn't miss this one as well with a six.
I'll tell you, Depeche. Yeah, the 50 has already come up there for the Seahawks. 52 for no loss inside 2.3 overs. Now this is some quality hitting.
Goes right around the wicket, and that's a good one from Vijay. And it's important for you to make those changes, make those alterations quickly, If something is not working out for you, just try your options here, and it goes right around the wicket.
Yeah, changing the angle, just trying to make it difficult there for Satish to hit.
That's going to be a wide ball. So extras have also come in the first 3 overs. The third over still, there are 2 more deliveries yet to go. 53 already on the board for Seahawks. Another one just trying to play that with a lot of power. Didn't quite had a good connection, but a dot ball for Vijay.
You can see the pitch that even with the way they are hitting, they are not even bothering to take the singles.
If boundaries and sixes can do the job for you, why you need to take singles? Yet another fantastic over there for Seahawks, and finishes off this over in style with a sixer.
Yeah, got very, very close there. Vijay Cardinal Sin had been staying away from that hitting arc there of Satish, but got close. He was taken over the bowler's head and all the way to the boundary for a maximum. 3 big overs so far for the Seahawks. They are 59 for no loss. And that man there, Amit Satish with the captain, taking on 11 bowling, being able to hit the bowling all over the park.
Well, now he is the man who can do the job. Even in the previous match, he got 3 wickets. Amir Khan, known for picking up wickets, known for giving the breakthrough to the captain. It's 3 overs, and you look at the score of 59 runs already. So he's got the right man at the bowling end. The only thing to look is will Amir give the breakthrough that the captain requires here now? Well. Jagdishan has some other plans here, and he welcomes the bowler with a sixer.
Yeah, welcome it to a half tracker there from American, and it's taken all the way to the boundary. And just as you were giving him flowers, I wanted to just mention that he picks up wickets. He has a knack of picking wickets, but he also has a habit of going for so many runs. So that combination sometimes doesn't work very well, especially if you have a low total that you're defending. Because now it's just 59 runs from so many overs that the Malaysia 11 have to work with.
Well, what a muscle power that these two have. Almost charging onto every ball. This time again, you will have more runs, and not just more, but a number 6 on the scoreboard.
It's raining carnage of sixes because the captain Jagdereshan and Shatish are putting on a batting masterclass. 12 runs from 2 balls from this spell from American, and certainly the Seahawks are in a rush here to just get this run chase done with. 71 for no loss after 3.2.
Well, some days back, the games were interrupted because of heavy rains. Today, without any interruption, it is heavy runs out here with a wide ball again from Amir. That's pressure. That's pressure on the bowler.
I like your definition of the situation so far. While we're disrupted by the rains, today we are disrupted by some boundary hitting and maximum hitting from Satish and the captain Nayan.
Another one that shuffles, and I don't think so. The batsman found it, the wicketkeeper found it, but eventually the ball found the rope, and that will be yet another boundary. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal here, but I don't think so there was any connection with the bat.
Yeah, should have been biased, and because the keeper is standing up, he was unsighted by the batter who was trying to whip the ball on the onside. So far, nothing going Malaysia 11's way and everything going the Seahawks' way.
This once again, lovely connection there. And what a save from the captain Vijay. Standing on the boundary, the umpires will surely check, but it looks like he saved some runs for his team.
Yeah, he saved at least 4 runs there, the captain. And I think good instincts there from the captain, realizing that the momentum was going to take him over the rope. So he was able to throw the ball back into play. But again, not looking good for the Malaysia 11. They're just holding on to for dear life.
Oh, look at that lovely delivery, probably almost spinning that delivery, and change of pace as well for Amit.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Dipesh, that of the runs we have so far, 56 of those have come from maximums and boundaries. So you can clearly see there's not so much running between the wickets for these two batters.
Another slower one, but the connection is even solid. Doesn't matter if it's a pacey delivery or a slower one. Amit knows only one language, and that is to hit the ball on every occasion out here.
Yeah, Ahmed Satish is having a wonderful time out in the middle. He's already raced to 47 of 17 balls. He's in a rush, but also the Seahawks are in a rush. They're 81 for no loss after 4 overs.
Dennis, here's one more for you. In the first innings, we were talking about the score predictor, but I just want your opinion on how many overs will Seahawks finish this game?
It's an interesting question. 43, I'll give it to be generous enough and say we shall go all the way up to the 10th over. But with the way things are looking like, I don't know if we'll get there. If we have 80 runs inside 4 overs, so score predictor will be thinking that maybe by the 7th over, this game will be done with.
Starts off pretty well. One more sixer. Welcomes Hamza with a 6.
Yeah, the captain mentioning to Amit that what you can do, I can do as well. Welcomes Hamza with a maximum. There was even a boundary on the rope, but he took on that fielder. But he knew once it gets out of the middle of the bat, it will have everything to go all the way. But some of the bowling here from the Malaysia 11 also not very, very good. I think it's very, very kind bowling. A lot of pitch-up deliveries, sort of hit-me balls. And to two good batters, it's easy pickings for them.
Oh, not a great delivery. Not a great delivery. A full toss and an invitation to hit one more biggie. But that one's a boundary.
That's what I'm speaking about, Depeche, that some of the bowling has been poor quality. It's ball in the slot. The next one is followed up with a full toss. I think you leave the batters with no option apart from hitting the ball to the boundary.
91, and there you go. One more. One more to add. One more to be celebrated. Seahawks and the batters are on a fire.
Yeah, it's now starting to feel like a competition between these two batters who can hit the most sixes. Because the captain has quickly switched gears. It's 38 from 12 balls. And so far, 6-4-6.
That's one more. That's one more. But it will be fielded nicely. Yes, I agree with you, Dennis. More than the contest between the bat and the ball, it is the batters who are just now racing for their half centuries because Amit is playing on 47, Jagdishan with 39, and just 26 runs now to get 2 deliveries more. But you can see this over already 17 runs have been conceded. One more, and that should be a half century for Amit Satwik. What a way to get to his half century. Starts off in style and with 5 boundaries and 5 sixes, a strike rate of 283.33. He gets to his half century in just 18 deliveries.
Yeah, what a knock there from Amit Satwik. Some brutal hitting from him, but a knock that has put his team in firm control. Brings up a personal milestone, a 50 for him of 18 balls. But also the Seahawks get to that magic figure of 100 for no loss.
That's a single on the last ball. Oh no, they did not run. Probably Jagdishan is saying that leave 11 runs for me, even I'll get to my half century.
Yeah, clearly the two batters are not wanting to outshine each other. I think the captain thinking that let me take responsibility of this end. It's shared responsibility, especially when you're out there in the middle with each other. You want to make sure that you're working for the both of for each other rather than against each other. And with only 22 runs left, I think my prediction of 10 overs, Depeche has to be withdrawn.
5 overs, 102, and just 22 needed now. A lot of things to take back for Malaysia, a lot of learnings, in fact. And it's always, in such scenarios, you learn a lot. Winning and losing is a part of the game, but what you take back is the insights. You take back all the learnings, come back stronger, and I think that will be on the mind of Malaysia. Starts off, and the result is the same. When the back swing comes, it is number 6 written on his back.
Yeah, what an amazing hit there from the captain. So much quality. If you can see how they hit the ball and they are hitting the ball straight down the ground. It's not gung ho going across the line. But Muhammad bowls one in the slot and it's taken for a maximum. The captain is now 45 of 14.
And one more. The only thing is that how many runs they've got, and he's got his half century as well. Jagdishan, what a shot and what a half century this is. Truly commendable with getting his half century in no time. 6 sixes, 3 boundaries, strike rate of 321.43. And he gets to the big one, 114, with both these batters getting 51 runs. One got it in 15 deliveries and one got it in 19. One more! Big hit! Big one! And that's 120 already, Dennis.
Yeah, Dipesh, I think you realize why Jagdishan wanted to have the strike for himself. It's like they're having a training session out there in the middle. Not even a simulation match, but a range hitting match. It's now 6-6 from all the 3 balls that Hamza has bowled, from Mohammed has bowled. And we are 1 hit away from the win for the game. And I think you can guess what hit it's going to be, Dipesh.
Well, he's hit to all the parts of the ground. So I'm just wondering, where is this one going to go, Dennis? That's again pressure. Wide ball there, going in for a slower one. But, I mean, nothing to take away from the bowlers. This is just exceptional batting. I mean, not that, some of the deliveries were really good, but the shots, the footwork were.
Yeah, I think the lesson here for the Malaysia 11 will really be about their bowling, even especially when they go into the one-day game. The bowling has to improve greatly, otherwise they'll always be on the back foot.
And is that a winning shot? Yes, it is. It took just 5.4 overs for them to bring in yet another commendable win. Seahawks winning by 10 wickets. What a show and what a game. 124 runs target given by Malaysia, and Seahawks getting to it in just 5.4 overs. This is some exceptional batting by these two, Jagdishan and Amit Satwik, both of them getting to their half centuries. And what a show, Dennis. Truly commendable.
Yeah, total domination there, demolition job here from the Seahawks. Straight away from the ball, from with the ball in the first innings, where they restricted the Malaysia 11 to 123 for 9. Malaysia 11 electing to bat first after winning the toss, but in the second innings, it's been a one-sided affair. The two batters, both of them getting to their half centuries. The captain Jigdeshan getting 63 off 17 balls, while his partner Amit Satish got 51 from 19 in a show of total domination with the bat. They get to the required runs 127 for no loss inside only 5.4 overs. The Seahawks winning the 30-20 game in a big fashion and with a big statement win of 10 wickets against the Malaysia 11 Depeche.
Yes, 11 extras from Seahawks and 13 extras from Malaysia. But what a show. Sharwin getting 22, Amir getting 22, Ahmad getting another 17. But good bowling figures for Dhruv picking up 3 wickets, Nirmal picking up 2, Sanjay picking up 2. And then it was Jagdishan and Amit Satvik show. Just 5.4 deliveries, 5.4 overs to get to there in 17. Jagdishan got 63. And in 19, Amit Satvik got 51. Sanjay kept waiting with the pads on, the gloves on, but he never got a chance to bat there. But again, look at the bowling figures. It's a little too harsh on the bowlers, but that's how the game of T20 cricket is. And that sums up the day today. Seahawks winning this by 10 wickets. And yes, there is a lot of entertainment and games coming to you in some days with some one-day games that are coming in. But that will be all from the commentary box. And this is me, Dipesh Sule, and Dennis Musali signing off. Have a great day. And we'll look forward for some exciting games to come in with one-dayers.